I can tell you the millennials are not playing this shit. We watched what you did to our grandparents. We watched what you did to our parents. I was in 6th grade when those towers came down. I was in 8th grade. I crossed the graduation stage as the housing market burst. I finally got a decent business put together for myself after overcoming my personal adversaries, and then here comes a pandemic. My generation's done. We're done.
Our first resident is Nick C. If you could come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Nick. I reside in North Huntington. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board and fellow residents, before I begin my statement tonight, I want to ground this discussion where it belongs, in the Constitution of the United States, the very document every public official in this room swore an oath to uphold. Article 6 of that Constitution contains 3 simple but powerful principles. First, our government does not get to walk away from its obligations. Article 6 says that debts and responsibilities remain valid no matter who holds the office. That means institutions cannot dodge accountability because someone retires, resigns, or is transferred. The obligation stays with the government in itself, and in so, with the taxpayer. Second, the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of the land. That means that no township policy, no local ordinance, no internal memo, no individual decision in this building can override the rights that that document gives the people. If a local law or local action is inconsistent with the Constitution wins every single time, and judges, state and local, are required to honor that. And third, every official, legislative, executive, and judicial, must swear an oath to support the Constitution. That includes law enforcement, the township manager, every commissioner here, and every public employee who exercises power. That oath is not ceremonial. It is not optional. It is binding. It is a contract with the people. It is the stand by which every decision made in this township must be measured. So when rights are violated, when transparency is withheld, when retaliation replaces accountability, it is not just a bad policy decision, it is a breach of the Constitution and a breach of the oath that each of you swore. I'm opening with Article 6 tonight because what we are discussing isn't personal, it isn't political, it is constitutional. And every single person in this room, myself included, is bound by that higher authority. Now, I will admit, I am shocked that this has gone globally. I am getting tons of messages from Australia, New Zealand, the entire world right now is having this problem. Nepal, they burnt Parliament to the ground and marched their officials through the streets. And it was the millennials, which is what I am. I can tell you the millennials are not playing this shit. We watched what you did to our grandparents. We watched what you did to our parents. I was in 6th grade when those towers came down. I was in 8th grade. I crossed the graduation stage as the housing market burst. I finally got a decent business put together for myself after overcoming my personal adversaries, and then here comes a pandemic. My generation's done. We're done. We're not playing. We don't want special treatment. We want our basic human rights to be acknowledged and respected. You threatened to have me arrested, Ron Zona. Now millions of people are watching a video where you went like this to me and told me to bring it on while I stood here at my podium at my town square. You, a public servant. We still have a chance to resolve this as a community. We still have a chance to not nationally and globally embarrass ourselves in our community. But I'm done playing with you guys. The only reason I have not filed a federal lawsuit is because I know my timelines, is because I don't want to take my neighbor's money. They're the ones going to pay for this. When I come through with a $60 million lawsuit, a RICO case with criminal charges attached to it, this township is going to go into state conservatorship. They will raise the taxes. Low income and seniors will be the first to go. You guys really underestimated me. And I asked you all at the very beginning, every time I spoke to any of you, I said the same thing. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I know. You don't know what my skill set is. You don't know my level of intelligence. I said, but that's okay. Just treat me and my family with dignity and respect. We will have no issues. But instead, you guys locked down on me. You refused to take my emails. You refused to take my calls. You shut off all lines of communication, all in bad faith. While I continued to persevere through the abuse and show up twice a month in good faith to the point of being unlawfully arrested, and it is not lost upon me that there are those within the power structure that fantasize about my death right now. I'm looking at bulletproof vests online because that's the reality of what is now happening in this community.
All right, Mr. Cross.
Yeah, I know, Zach. Shut the fuck up. I know. I'm done. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
But for the record, the First Amendment has no time limit.
Our next resident, Jerry, if you could come up to the podium, state your name and address for the record, please.